What's going on, guys? It's your boy, the GCC, here with the top 5 clone sets that LEGO needs to make. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. Now let's get into our first set. Alright guys, the first set that we're going to be talking about today is the Clone Walker Battle Pack. I really love this set. Obviously, in this set, you would get 4 solid Phase 2 Clone Troopers, one being the Phase 2 Clone Gunner that we got in the 2022 ATTE, 2 regular Phase 2 Clone Troopers, then of course in the top left, Captain Wilco, who was shown in the first 2 episodes of the Bad Batch Season 2. I love Captain Wilco, and I definitely think LEGO needs to make him as a minifigure. The ATRT itself looks really nice. You know, of course, we've had a bunch of ATRTs made in the past, but, you know, just added to the Walker collection or whatever. Of course, you would have the double holes stationed on the minifigure helmet, which is okay. Obviously, you could have some accessories to go along with your Clone Troopers, but I'm not the biggest fan of the double holes. I know you guys have your own opinions on that. Of course, you would get a turret blaster, as you guys can see in the front. It looks pretty decent. Of course, we had that in the Snow Trooper Battle Pack. I definitely could see this set going for around that $20 or $30, and it'd just be a great way to build up those Phase 2 Clone Troopers. The last time we had these Phase 2 white Clone Troopers was in the Turbo Tank Microfighter, I think back in 2013 or 2014, so it's definitely been a while since we've had those clones, but I definitely love this set, and I'm hoping LEGO makes this. Now let's move on to our next set. Alright guys, the next set that we're going to be talking about today is the Camino training facility, and honestly, I'm kind of surprised LEGO has never given us this type of set before. It looks really solid. Of course, you would have 2 turret builds, as you guys can see on the far left and far right, and then of course you have that tower. I think this was shown in like season 2 or season 3 of the Clone Wars. Definitely go check out that episode if you have not seen that. I definitely recommend it. But basically, they have to scale the wall and like capture the flag or something like that. Looks like you would get some solid minifigures, of course, being Echo, Heavy, Cut Up 5s, and then a couple of BX training commando droids, which is super cool, and we've never seen them in that training color before. It would be awesome to get some cadets, though. I mean, I would love to see a Lego 5s and a Lego Echo. That would be so cool to have. Of course, Heavy, you gotta include him. Cut Up, he's not as famous as the other troopers, so I definitely could see Lego cutting him out of this set. But yeah, it'd be so cool to get this. I definitely could see this set going for around that maybe $80 or $90, just depending on how big the set is, and then how many minifigures Lego actually decides to throw in here. I would love to see some of those minifigures that we've never had before, and I would just love to see the set. We have never had a Camino build, so this would definitely be awesome to have. Now let's move on to our next set. Alright guys, you know what time it is. It is meme set time, and today we have R2. Get it? ARG, because he has the pirate flag. I think this is hilarious. Of course, maybe this isn't as funny as the other meme sets we have looked at, but R2-D2 is rocking the pirate flag. You can see R2 being put together on the left, and then you stick the flag on top on the right-hand side. I just think this is awesome. Of course, LEGO would never do this. LEGO does not have any humor, but it would just be a great way to incorporate pirates into Star Wars. So I thought this is a pretty funny minifigure. Now let's move on to our next set. Alright lads, the next set that we're going to be talking about today is the Shattered set, which is awesome. Of course, this is during Order 66, during Clone Wars Season 7. It is a really, really sad episode, but a great arc. It just wraps up the Clone Wars nice and neatly. Definitely go check out that arc if you're interested in the Clone Wars. Well, I'm assuming you'd be interested in the Clone Wars, but anyway, not the point. It looks like you would get 4 solid minifigures, of course, being Clone Wars Season 7 Ahsoka Tano, who we've had in numerous sets before. Of course, that 332nd Ahsoka Trooper, who we've only had in one set, but this would be a great way to get a couple of those figures so they wouldn't be so expensive, and you can just mass collect those, which would be awesome to really put in your clone army. And then of course, Phase 2 Captain Rex, which would be awesome to have. We haven't seen him, I think, since 2012 or 2013, so it's definitely been a while since we've had him, but it would be awesome to have him back. The Venator Bridge itself looks really cool. Of course, you can see the hologram screens, and then of course the sliding door, and where Ahsoka fights off the clone troopers. It's just an awesome set. Of course, it looks like this would be considered quote-unquote 18 plus, so I definitely see LEGO putting this at $70 or $80, just depending on how big this model would actually be. I definitely think it's a nice selection of minifigures, though, so I wouldn't put any more clones in here or any less. Maybe, okay, hold on, maybe ARC Trooper Jesse. That would be the only other trooper I would put in this set, just because obviously I want ARC Trooper Jesse, and I'm sure a lot of you guys want to see ARC Trooper Jesse as a minifigure. But what an awesome set. I hope LEGO makes this in the future. Now let's move on to our final set. All right, lads, the final set that we're going to to be talking about today is the Zillow Beast Attack. I really love this set. Spoilers ahead for the Bad Batch Season 2, but the Zillow Beast showed up in the Bad Batch, so this is a very appropriate set to make right now. Obviously, you could base it off the Clone Wars or off the Bad Batch, and clones do show up in both episodes. Obviously, this model is based off the Clone Wars. I really love that arc of the Clone Wars. Definitely check that out if you haven't seen it. It looks like the minifigure selection would be pretty solid. It looks like you would get a Mace Windu, who we've had before, Anakin Skywalker, who we've had before, 2 Phase 1 clone troopers, which, you know, it's decent, right? And then a Dug. I think the last Dug we got was Sebulba back in like 2012 or 2013, so it's definitely been a while since we've had a Dug. The Republic TX tank itself looks pretty decent. I definitely could see LEGO making a solid one of those. The Zillow Beast, on the other hand, it looks really decent. I think Brick Wizard did an amazing job with it, but the only thing is the stability. Obviously, LEGO would have to figure that out and probably would make it a little bit smaller just for the stability issue, but what an amazing idea. Again, I love the minifigure selection. I definitely could see this set going for around that $60 or $70 mark, just depending on how big these builds actually are. I would love to have that Zillow Beast. Maybe the Zillow Beast on Coruscant would be so cool, so you could get like a little Coruscant build and then the Zillow Beast itself, or do the scene out of the Bad Batch, which would be really cool as well. I definitely love this set, and I'm hoping LEGO makes some sort of Zillow Beast in the future. Congratulations, guys. You have made it to the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had a fun time putting it together, and I definitely think LEGO needs to make some of these awesome clone sets. Shout out to Brick Wizard 59, Brick Set Ideas, and his Star Wars Photoshop for making these awesome sets. I'll put a link to their Instagrams down in the description below. If you're new to the channel or you enjoyed the video, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it, and honestly, you would make my day. Also, give this video a thumbs up. Again, it'd really help out the video and the channel, and I'd really appreciate it, honestly. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.